If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Welcome back, WNST Towson, Baltimore, and WNST.net. We're broadcasting live from Radio Row, better known as the
Fan Gallery.
Fan Gallery.
Sponsored
They
by...
renamed it this year. Super Bowl 49 coverage we are brought to you by Charles Newsonoff and Sons. Go to charlesnewsonoff.com for all the information about how to make your honey happy for Valentine's Day and Continental Title. A 30-year company featuring 55 well-established title professionals, Maryland, Delaware, Eastern Shore. Billy Yerman doing a great job over there. Visit them at continentaltg.com. We have a former Baltimore Raven on right now who's here promoting a very, very important cause, and I know about these important causes myself. And cancer touching everyone. We welcome Billy Cundiff back to Baltimore. And welcome, Bill. What's going on, man?
I appreciate you guys having me on.
I appreciate you stopping by, man.
Now that you're in my hood.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you lived here, man. I thought, for some reason, when you were collecting yourself to get the job with the Ravens, I know you were kicking, waiting for your turn to get back, and I thought you were in Dallas. I must be. You were doing like stock trading or something out here, right? Where you were?
Yeah, close enough. I worked for a venture capital.
Venture capital,
yeah.
okay.
So it's all the same.
Well, I know you were doing something in the real world that didn't have anything to do with your foot at the time.
Yeah, it's incredible. I've been preparing for life after football since 2002. That was my rookie year. It's actually it's helped me out during my time of transition in 07, 08, and then obviously it's something I've been looking to every offseason since then, just to make sure I know what I'm going to do when I get done playing.
Give us your story. I'll start with mine because of cancer. I can't say cancer really hit home with me. I mean, I lost people, knew people, heard the story, seen bald people, all of that awful stuff. Then my wife was stricken with leukemia March 20th of last year, and obviously the last 10 months, I've learned a lot, and there is not one person. I just turned to Tony Bruno from Philadelphia a minute ago, and I said, hey, leukemia. He said, my dad died of leukemia. Steve Bisciotti lost his dad to leukemia. It's just everywhere, and in your case, it was your mother-in-law, and it was a different kind of cancer.
Yeah, it was ovarian cancer, and unfortunately, her disease actually kind of coincided with my kicking career. It's amazing. When I was out of football is when she was diagnosed, and then all of a sudden, I got back in and she started feeling better. And then it's obviously things didn't turn out the way I wanted to in Baltimore. They didn't turn out the way I wanted to in Washington after that. But it's like things were bringing me back here. That was actually towards the end of her life. So when I got back here in Phoenix, she found out that she had developed a platinum sensitivity, which meant that you couldn't do any more chemo. And then she ended up being admitted into hospice, and we lost her in February, of 2000. That would have been 2012.
At the age of?
She was 58.
Man, unbelievable. Gone too early. We all get emotional talking about it. I've told people for the last 8 months that I cry more than Dick Vermeil. And I just told Dick Vermeil that I cry more than Dick Vermeil. And he appreciated that. And he said, well, you got an inspiration there. And I said, well, I do. So what are you doing here? I mean, we're all trying to do something. I'm crazy, right? So I'm going to right. He said. He's like, I've heard.
You got to call a spade.
You did spend time in Baltimore. I'm going to 30 ballparks in 30 days, and my wife's life was saved by a 21-year-old man who put spit on a Q-tip and got a phone call and said, you can save this woman in America's life. You want to come down and get hooked up and give us some blood? And he did, and she's here because of it.
That is absolutely incredible. And this is exactly the things that we would like for ovarian cancer down the road. We'd like to be, first off, they'd like to know more about the disease, and second of all, to be able to have this kind of solution, because that's obviously not available for women with ovarian cancer.
Well, we literally didn't even know anything about. I mean, when you get diagnosed with cancer, they walk in, and God bless the doctors, they're trying to save you, but they're not there to be your mommy. You know what I mean? They come in, they give you a binder, and they say, you've got cancer, here's a binder, good luck with things. And then you go to Google.
Well, and that's exactly right, because most of the time you don't know anything about the disease, and most of the family members like, oh, you got the good one, and then all of a sudden you do some research. And like with our case with our mother-in-law, we thought ovarian cancer, it's got to be something pretty simple. That's probably just like an outpatient deal. And then you start to look at the mortality rates and just how very few women are surviving. And it really hit home, because we started to realize that the disease that she got is awful.
Oh, pancreas. I lost my next door neighbor to Pancan about 15 years or 12 years ago. My wife just come into my life, and this beautiful woman next to us was pregnant with her second child, gave birth. They found the Pancan, and she was gone in 4 months with a newborn. I mean, so I saw this happen next door, But that can't happen to my wife. That can't happen to my mother-in-law. That can't happen to somebody I know or love or care about. But it happens. And then guys like you and I try to use whatever little modicum of fame, celebrity, friendships. I mean, you're using friendships with you got a pretty good group of people that kick the football in this league. Billy Cundiff here on the program right now. Matt Stover, Morton Anderson, who might be going into the HOF.
Let's hope. Yeah, I think he deserves it.
Morgan Cox involved. I know that guy. And Neil Rackers, Matt McBriar, Spencer Lanning, Nick Novak. You know who's a great guy? Steve Weatherford. You ever met Steve Weatherford?
I actually played with him when I was at the Saints.
Nah, he's crazy.
Yeah, he is crazy. Certifiably crazy. Yeah, but he can punt the football, and he's got a big following. He's actually got a cult following.
He's a great guy, man. He stopped by. We got to know him a little bit this week. He wants to help my wife's cause. You're doing a golf gala out here at the Arizona Biltmore. So I'm going to be at the Biltmore on March 20th for the owners' meetings. I'm coming out for some spring training.
Well, you're just a month behind.
Yeah, I know. But Evening of Dreams Gala. But people can help in all sorts of ways and information for what you're doing here. And Colleen's Dream. That's your...
College Dream Foundation. And what's actually, there's a Baltimore connection there. And we support research at Hopkins, and the guys
saved my wife's life.
Yeah, it's an incredible research institution as well as being an incredible medical providers. They actually helped us, and when we started out, really craft kind of our mission and what we wanted to accomplish, and they really educated us on what the state of ovarian cancer was. They're absolutely incredible, and we want to continue. We support research there. That's kind of our Baltimore connection. We really appreciate our time there, and we've gotten a chance to either get people involved that are directly connected. Like, unfortunately, Spencer Lanning, the punter with the Browns, he lost his grandmother to ovarian cancer. Nick Novak, the kicker for the Chargers, lost a good friend to ovarian cancer. We get these guys involved, and we've got a lot of them to come out for our event here last year. In 2 days, we raised $100,000 in our first time doing it. We're looking to raise a little
Jen
bit
and
more
I had a
this
friend here in Arizona with ovarian cancer and is okay.
And we need more stories like that.
Okay. I think they got it early and okay. All's well.
Yeah, if you catch it in stage 1 or 2, you got about a 93% chance of survival. The stats completely switch once you get in stage 3 or 4. It's pretty bad.
What can women do the test? Because we always hear, men getting the PSA, right? I mean, we know about that. Theismann will be here at some point. My wife's pointing at him. He's over there. Okay. But for women, what is...
There is no early detection test, and that's obviously what we're trying to figure out when it comes to supporting research. There's nothing women can do. They're signs and symptoms. They show up, but they're pretty vague. They like to say that they're the silent killer. Because a lot of times women don't listen to these signs and symptoms that occur because oftentimes you write them off saying that, well, once a month I feel this way, and then everyone's like,
it's just a backache.
That's just what you do. Yeah, it's just what you deal with. And then oftentimes they'll say, I got irritable bowel syndrome or whatnot. But, they feel bloated. They have to use the restroom a lot. They just feeling full. There's 4 symptoms that we have posters that we try to push on social media, get the women to understand them, and then if they catch them, and that's not saying that that's a for sure deal here, because they use a CA-125 test. That's not completely accurate. So again, we're trying to find an early detection test and hopefully move it down the road to one day have a screen. So when a woman goes for her annual checkup, it's just another test you throw on top, just like all the other ones.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.